Alright, so I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the Detroit Lions and their draft picks and their needs. So far, the Detroit Lions have a need at wide receiver. They need a second corner and also a defensive end. And their biggest need is an offensive tackle. Um, but I'm gonna talk to you about the receivers first and who I would like to see coming to Detroit. There's three or four wide receivers I like to see get drafted into Detroit in the 2013 draft. One would be Cordell Patterson, although I don't believe Detroit will reach that far unless Eric Fisher and Luke Joeckel are gone. Then I believe they'll take a reach and take a risk on Cordell Patterson there. Two, I like Justin Hunter from Tennessee to go to Detroit. He's got great size, 6'4", 200 pounds. Imagine him and Calvin, who's 6'5", 1 and 2 with Nate Burleson in the slot and Broyles also in the slot, rotating with Nate Burleson. Also, I would like Derrick Rogers to be drafted into Detroit. He's a big physical wide receiver. He's just like Calvin. He plays just like Calvin. He's just a few inches shorter, and his vertical's not a 45-inch vertical. Let's face it, no one's ever going to be better than Calvin. Sorry, Jerry Rice, but Calvin's the best ever. Four, I also like Colby Hamilton and Kenny Stills to be drafted to Detroit throughout the rounds. If Detroit picks up one of these five guys, it would be an instant number two starter next to Burleson slot, Broyles slot as well, Calvin one, and then them being a number two wide receiver for this team. Their next need is a defensive end, where I see them either going with Tank Carradine from Florida State, maybe an Alex Okafor from Texas, or maybe even a later pick like a William Golston, or someone that we could make an instant impact. Also, they need a corner. A few that I like that I don't see them getting, but I'm going to say it anyway. If Desmond Trufant slips down the draft and teams like reach for players and he slips to the second round, I see them getting a Desmond Trufant. He's just an instant starter right there with Chris Houston, Quentin, or yeah, Quentin, and Louis Delmas now. Uh, then three, Jonathan Banks, Tyrann Mathieu, B.W. Webb would all be good picks for Detroit in this year's draft. And then on to offensive tackle. I like them to maybe get two offensive tackles in this draft. Number one is Eric Fisher, obviously. I really like Eric Fisher. He's 6'7", 305. He has a physical ability to be in the league for a really long time. Luke Joeckel, I believe he'll be gone by the time that the Lions draft. So Eric Fisher is my number one. Two is Lane Johnson if he slips. DJ Fluker, he can play right tackle in the NFL, but I don't think he can play left. Um, Aaron Armstead, I believe that's his name. I really like Armstead. And then I like kid from Wisconsin. I forgot his name. Sorry. Oh, Ricky Wagner. Sorry. My mind's freaking going crazy right now. I've had a long day. But Ricky Wagner also as well. I could see Detroit drafting those players. And then outside linebacker, we need one of those. I see him drafting two players so far. Either in the first round they go Jarvis Jones, and then maybe if they wait a little bit longer till the fourth round complimentary pick that they picked up from through the NFL, Gerald Hodges, that would be solid as well. Let me know what you think of these picks and what you want the Detroit Lions to do. Leave your mock draft below your full 7 rounds. They have a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, a sixth, and two seventh rounders now in the 2013 draft. So let me know what you think. I'm out.